To Hawaii now. The jury is now deliberating in the trial of a Maui doctor accused of trying to kill his wife. Prosecutors say Dr. Gerhard Koenig hit his wife on a hiking trail with a rock and tried to push her off a cliff. They say he was upset about his wife's relationship with a co-worker. CBS News correspondent Carter Evans is following this. So, Carter, what are the charges this doctor is facing, and what did we hear from closing arguments?
Well, right now he's facing second-degree attempted murder, and prosecutors are basically saying that this was a layered murder attempt that failed only because other hikers on the trail interrupted it. They say the first plan that Koenig has was to push his wife off the cliff. And when that didn't work, they say he tried to inject her with a syringe, which she says she swatted away. And then they say he got on top of her and beat her with a rock. Her injuries were significant. They had the evidence. They had the testimony from the hikers. They also had the testimony from Koenig's son saying basically that his dad called him and admitted that he attempted to kill Ariel. They also say there's a motive for this, that Ariel had an emotional affair with a coworker. Now, the defense basically said there's reasonable doubt all over this case. This is fundamentally a he said, she said case. There's no one that directly saw the entire altercation before those hikers arrived, and there's no recovered syringe. That never was recovered at the scene. Now, they argue there was no premeditated plan, basically saying this was a fight that escalated quickly and then Koenig reacted in the moment, not as part of a murder plan. So that is what the jury is considering right now. They've been deliberating for a little over 4 hours.
Yeah, and the defendant also taking the stand. So if convicted, what kind of sentence could this doctor be facing?
So it depends on what he is convicted of, if he's convicted of anything. If he's convicted of second-degree murder, he could face decades in prison, potentially up to life with parole. Now, if the jury drops to a lesser count, basically like assault, well, that carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. So the jury's got a lot to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Carter Evans. Carter, thanks so much.